Hello everyone, and welcome to the Manifesting House, where we discuss easy, effective methods you'll want to commit to. Today, I have two success stories for you on the topic of changing your appearance. I keep making videos on this topic because it seems as though you are very interested in it, as am I. I personally find them very inspiring and enlightening, and I hope they do the same for you too. If there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, just let me know in the comment sections or DM me on Instagram and I'll get to work. And without further delay, here are your stories. How I manifested appearance changes with feeling states. This is an incredibly short testimony, but it's my story on how I manifested effortless weight loss and even better clothing. After reading some of Neville's works, I decided to start practicing by changing the way I walked. What I mean is, whenever I would go out for anything, run errands, go to work, etc., I would walk with the confidence I would have if I had the kind of looks and body that is so beautiful, it would turn heads. Because we can't actually see our bodies when we walk, this is actually fairly easy. We could just assume it's any size or shape. So, I assumed that I had the body of a model and I could amend it as I wanted, and as I saw people who fit the idea of beauty that I wanted for myself, I would just include that too. I did the same thing for my outfits, in my mind. I upgraded my outfits to designer clothes. Again, I can't see what I'm wearing while I'm out and about unless I look down. I could be wearing anything I wanted. Rather than spending a fortune on designer clothes, I just wore them in my imagination. I just imagined I was dressed in exclusive clothing that was designed just for me. This became a habit, and I noticed people started looking at me or double taking me more than ever before. This, of course, it made me only want to do this more. I started getting compliments about my dress sense, which is hilarious because if you can remember, I hadn't bought anything special. I never upgraded my wardrobe or changed anything about it in the physical world. As time went on, my assumptions began to affect my choices because I started to make better fashion decisions. It was as though the momentum built up so much. I felt as though I was wearing a certain status of clothes so often that I began to physically manifest designer clothes, and at a bargain price too. Before long, I found myself losing weight and looking more attractive in the actual mirror too, and it didn't seem like I was changing my diet or doing enough exercise to make that happen in a normal way. Like with the clothes, after some time, I found myself exercising more, but it was spontaneous, and I actually wanted to move more. I enjoyed it. I'd like to close by stating that the feeling state is what came first for me. I began to feel differently, assume differently, and then different things began to happen for me. Even though I did take actions at some point, I never would have been inspired to had I not conjured the feeling of fulfillment within me first. How I cured my skin allergy. So I have been practicing the law of attraction for a little over 2 years, but I have realized that throughout my whole life, I've subconsciously manifested lots of things. Though the most bizarre manifestation is from this last year when I was already deliberately practicing the law of attraction. You see, I have had a severe sunlight allergy from the time I was 13. The condition is called photodermatosis. Literally every time my skin was exposed to sunlight, I would get all red and a rash would form, beginning to itch so bad that sometimes I cried. It didn't get better over the years, but rather worsened. It had spread all over my whole body, even though it started with just my face when I was younger. I just got used to always using SPF plus 50 and never tanning or ever going out in the sun. Another piece of relevant information, I am naturally very, very pale, like vampire pale. So people would always make fun of me for my complexion. Walking corpse was the favorite term I'd hear all throughout my teenage years. Even if I wanted to throw caution to the wind and attempt to tan, despite my painful reactions, my skin just wouldn't get darker. I found this whole situation annoying. But after I learned about the law of attraction, I really wondered if I can cure myself, because according to research, this condition is a lifelong disease with no treatment. So, last summer, I experimented a bit. I stopped using SPF along with my antihistamine medications. If you're wondering what those are, they're basically just medications that help control the symptoms of allergies. Sunny day after sunny day, I would go out and be in the sunlight. I would come back inside with a painful and itchy rash, but instead of tending to it, I would just ignore it and try my very best to deny the very existence of the active symptoms. My mother, of course, being a mom, discouraged me and tried to convince me to go back on my medications or to at least apply SPF. I would ignore her and repeat in my head that I don't have a sunlight allergy. My skin tans very normally. Mind you, it was not particularly working the first 2 weeks or so, but I was very persistent. Every night before sleeping, I would just imagine myself tanning freely and not having any rashes or taking any medications. I guess this is what we would call SATS. By the end of last summer, my allergy was already very weak. I could feel it disappearing. Fast forward to this summer, and my non-treatable allergy is completely gone. I, honest to God, go out in the sun and bathe in the light without any SPF, and my skin tans normally. I know it's not all in my head either, because people who have known me for a while have made comments on how better my skin looks. So this was my story. I hope it's able to inspire you. If you take away one thing, choose this: persistence. Keep doing what you're doing. You will achieve whatever you want. Don't worry about the time it may take. The time will pass anyways. Just choose what you want to experience and begin experiencing it now, regardless of what your physical senses are telling you. And of course, do this safely. And with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I truly do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I trust you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this one. So, how did you like today's stories? What are the common lessons you learned from the both? Let me know in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Toodles.